When the Exxon Valdez spilled her guts off Alaska's pristine shore, she belched black shame, spewing bitter blame for the faceless to ignore. But the Valdez trull with her single hull wasn't special or unique. It was just bad luck the thing got stuck to hear the faceless speak. Where oil slicks spread, the birds are dead, their feathers destroyed by tar. The seals are gone. No salmon spawn where the thick black globules are. No whales sound there. No hungry bear will set foot on a black ice floe to hunt for food in a sea of crude that smothers the life below. When you drive again through the mountain chain that makes this land so fair, look up in awe at the mackinaw made of trees that the mountains wear. And you might take note that the once thick coat is showing wear and tear. It still looks fine, but the holes are sign that the faceless ones are there. When the hills are bare, there'll be no soil there for trees to fasten on, just plain raw rock. The bright woodcock will be vanished, long dead and gone. There'll be no life there for the grizzly bear, neither cougar nor wolf will prowl. No sign of flight through the woods at night will signal the spotted owl. There's blood in the ooze from the tanker's screws. There's blood in the chainsaw's teeth. There's dread in the thread of the steel cat's tread the torn earth screams beneath. There's the breath of death in the pipeline's path and the strip mine's open sore. And the pulp mills sweat a cold, poisoned threat to our children that we can't ignore. There's contaminated salmon and poisoned fish we were told were safe to eat. And if caught outside of the grim red tide, they say mussels can still taste sweet. A drop in the ocean is just a drop, but its meaning has changed today when one toxic drop has the power to stop a migrating whale midway. These are the gifts of the faceless ones. The ones who will swear not I, as they defend to the tasteless end their plight and their right to ply. They'll swear you threaten their livelihood, that your ignorance is plain, and all the time they produce the slime the papers call acid rain. And they'll tell you that Pontius Pilate's dead, that his days and his ways are gone. Did he wash his hands of the empire's plans for the cedars of Lebanon? They cut and they squandered the forests there, and they shipped the lumber home, and the desert sands of the Arab lands are the legacy of Rome. We must take aim at the faceless ones, though they're always hard to find. They take no blame, but they're all the same, the blind who lead the blind. They sit in power in ivory towers and decree how we live our lives. They throw us bones and honing stones, but they own the long, sharp knives. They'll take no blame for the cancer flames that pour through the ozone holes. They'll hear no tales about dying whales or ice melting at the poles. They'll disown Bhopal and the Love Canal and Chernobyl's grim despair, and they'll wash their hands of the blasted lands lying barren and bleak and bare. We must stand up to the faceless ones, the men who control the winds of power and the winds of war, the fiscal blizzard winds, the winds that soar and the winds that roar, the winds that destroy the trees. We must make them see the winds of change are stronger than all of these, for we have the right and the power to indict those leaders who won't take note. They must meet our need and listen and heed, for we have the power to vote.